Hey gang, I just got off of work. I have my dinner and I thought why not bring you guys with me because I'm gonna do hopefully a Spider-Man marathon and I'm gonna change into some Spider-Man apparel to fit the theme. I'm probably gonna watch some YouTube first, not gonna lie. I gotta have my YouTube and eat time and then we'll get to crunching to the Spider-Man movie, but first I have to do a Spider-Man fit. So Spider-Man fit required. I got this shirt with Spider-Man and some supervillain that I'm not fully aware of. But this lighting is a little bit gross, so I'm going to switch that. The lighting is switched now, but I got to turn on my TV so I can get down to watching my YouTube. So, 3, 2, 1. So I'll explain to you why I'm doing a Spider-Man marathon. The reason I'm doing it is because tomorrow I'm watching the new Spider-Man movie, and I've only seen one of the Spider-Man Tom Holland movies. I'm not watching all of the Spider-Mans with Tobey Maguire and the other one. I've seen the Homecoming one, I believe, the first one that came out with Tom Holland, and when I was like yay high. So I don't really remember it. But I need to go into the movie knowing the lore. Like, that's the thing with Marvel movies, you can't just go into it and expect to know the knowledge. I'm gonna go try to watch all of them tonight, which I believe is probably gonna take like probably the entire night. So it looks like I'm gonna have to watch Spider-Man Homecoming, number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna have to watch Far From Home, and then I'm gonna have to watch No Way Home. So I have to watch 3 Spider-Man movies. You guys should do it too with me, like, why not? You get to rot and watch Marvel movies, and some would say maybe DC is better. That's up to you guys, I don't know, but I know what is sure. You should subscribe and like. I recommend you guys go grab a snack to watch this video, and maybe even watch Spider-Man. Allegedly, I'm gonna pirate the movies, but you wouldn't know that, though. Like, I have Disney Plus, and I'm watching it on Disney Plus. Alright, we're gonna watch Homecoming. That is the first one that I have to watch. So, I feel like my posture is literally like a shrimp. What I'm expecting for this Spider-Man movie, being that it has some good needle drops, I keep saying maybe some good songs in it. I'm pretty sure it does. Going into this, I don't remember really any of it, to be honest. So I'm basically going in completely blind. Speaking of Homecoming, did you guys go to your school's Homecoming? School dances were always freaking lame. You expect to have the fun like punch bowl, actually good music, but then they play like barn dance music, and it's just or it's like Soulja Boy, and I'm like, okay, I like him, but not right now. Watch how fast I can type this. Hold on. Okay. It was really bad timing, but I was really good at typing agent in school, so that gives me brownie points, I guess. Look, guys, we're in. Time to begin. I'm gonna start watching it. I will give you my opinion after I have completed the first movie. I'll give you a little intermediate breaks, explain my thoughts. God, guys, it's starting. It's starting. Okay, I think I'm starting to get a little bit of flashbacks from this movie. I'm pretty sure this one has Doc Ock in it. This video is gonna have spoilers, okay? So if you're like a little rat and you get mad at spoilers, leave now. Leave now. This is your warning to leave now, or I'm going to blow you up. Look at the suit he makes. I think that is such a cute little thing that he makes his own costume himself. Spider-Man's costume has to be honestly one of the coolest ones in the Marvel universe, but that might be a cold take or a hot take. I don't know, but it's a take. So silly, there was just a scene where Peter is hugging Mr. Stark, but Mr. Stark's like, nah, I was just opening the door. I feel like Mr. Stark was lying. I think he was trying to hug Peter. I think he was just trying to play the cool guy card. Yeah, now Peter's going to school, I guess. 36th Avenue. This dude is around my age. I'm 18 and I actually don't know how old he is. So far, movie's pretty chill. Oh, and he just got called Penis Parker, so yeah. Mentioned Legos in the movie, and every time a movie mentions a real company, I just wonder how much they had to pay for that to be in the movie. For 5 seconds, he just said the Lego Death Star, and that probably costed a couple $100,000 just. I know this is gonna make me sound like a dumbass, but whatever the character that Zendaya plays, I can't recall her name. Peter and his friend are staring at this girl, and they're like, we should probably stop staring before it becomes weird, and she's like, too late. Then they're like, why are you sitting next to us? And she says, because I have no friends. I already like her character, so that's an update. She's kind of like the stereotypical Disney emo kid though, so I'm not sure how to feel about that right now. One of the only things I remember from this movie was school buses, and I couldn't remember why. Now I know why. Peter's just getting his ass run through a bunch of buses. I'm literally just better than everybody else. I bet even elite Spider-Man fans don't know this. I noticed that for multiple scenes, I saw a tiger mascot running, and I just looked it up, and it's is something. MJ, I called her Michelle earlier because I'm a freaking noob. I looked it up, and it's every time MJ shows up on the screen, at least in the Homecoming movie, a tiger mascot runs across the screen because she says something about like, oh, go get him. She calls Peter Tiger or something like that. Initial thoughts? I really liked it, but now I'm gonna switch. This camera angle is not functional, but it's cool looking. Basically, this movie is Peter Parker's beginnings, his new start as a hero. It's his trials of his first like true villain, the Vulture, and you just see his growth as like a naive superhero, and then him slowly growing throughout the movie. But I'm gonna read a few notes of the thoughts that I had during the movie. I absolutely loved it though, and I'm very excited to start the other one. I just love Peter's character. Like, he's so lovable. I wrote down that just he's so clumsy, so humane. He's so young. He's only 15 in this movie, which I had no idea, but I can see why people like Spider-Man so much as a character. He's just so down to earth and very quirky, and he's a nerd. He is genuinely there for other people and to save them, and he wants to put others first. It's exciting, and it's sweet to see how naive he is in the beginning, and he's like rushing through the alley, putting on a suit, trying to like do any mundane task. He literally like writes a note for a lost bicycle. So I wrote a note. Someone says like, do a flip, Spider-Man, then he'll just do a flip because he's famous on YouTube, like I should be, right guys? Like the alien tech that Vulture uses kind of looks like the Roblox guns. I didn't realize how, I know it's like stupid, oh my god, he's Spider-Man, but I didn't realize how much he like genuinely moves like a spider. Like he literally moves in a different frame rate than everybody else, which is just unique. He's like a little jumping spider. It's cool. Also, a lot of actors I recognize, like Liz is played by Laura Bearer. I recognize her from the Michael movie. The shirt that he wears like the meme Pythagorean theorem shirt. So also, he's like classic shirts in this, like the Survive My Trip to New York. Like I didn't know that was from this movie. Also, Childish Gambino's in the movie. That's crazy. It was a little slow in the beginning, but you really do see Peter grow throughout this 2-hour long sequence of the movie, and like at the end when he's like goes like Super Saiyan almost, like pulls all of like the cement off of himself, like it's crazy. Yeah, there's a part where he's holding on to the back of the truck, he's like flying through trash cans, which I just thought was so stupid. No, he like says, oh my god, my butt, because he's like literally grinding on the road. Goofy. And also, Mr. Stark having his own, like, Bluetooth connected suit where he's not even in it. It's like, dude is crazy. And he's, like, literally, like, a father figure to Peter. And you can see that in the other, like, Endgame and those movies. It's even more sad. Tumes or Vulture, he literally looks like my driver's ed teacher, which is completely irrelevant to you. But if you know my driver's ed teacher personally, it's kind of weird watching him. Also, didn't know he's Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton plays him, which is just crazy. I didn't know that either. And like the charm of it being like the high school homecoming too just makes it even more of like an endearing film, because it's like, yes, you get like the superhero part. It's really cool. Like obviously, it's like a different universe, and I sound like a nerd, but Spider-Man is just such a unique superhero, and he's so lovable, and I think he's just written that way. I mean, honestly, just so nostalgic looking at like the homecoming. And I'm still 18, I'm young, but it's just sweet to see stuff like I did that stuff when I was in high school, and I just graduated. I'm already getting nostalgic about it. And also, I was so shell-shocked when I found out that Tumes was Liz's dad. Peter still being alive after the Vulture was like slamming him into the sand multiple times. Last notes, I just think Peter's nature is so sweet, and him still wanting to save the Vulture even after he literally tried to obliterate everyone around him and take all of the alien weapons and use it for his own good. I'm starting to understand. I mean, I already liked Spider-Man before, but I'm excited to watch the second one. I would rate that one around the Letterboxd. People are gonna get me. I'm gonna rate it literally like a solid 7.5 to 8. I think the beginning was a little slow, but I think it makes sense to have it slow in the beginning. But now we're gonna get on to the next one. It's currently 1:23 in the morning. We're gonna get on to the next movie. I'm not even gonna connect my mic for this, but I can't believe I forgot to say the needle drops in that movie was also good. They played the Ramones, and also Canned Heat. Like, dude, I can't wait to see the songs in the next movie. I know it's gonna be great. Guys, I just realized the guy that's on my shirt right here is in the next movie I'm about to see, so I'll figure out who it is now. Peep my bed. Look how cozy that looks. I just added these lights. Wouldn't you want to come watch Spider-Man in the bed with me? Wait. Didn't you want to borrow my bed and watch Spider-Man in it? Like an entire tsunami just happened in the span of 5 seconds while they're in Italy. Like, what? Okay, I have thoughts. Not all of them good, some of them bad. I wrote a lot of notes during this film. Don't like this one as much as the other one. This one's pretty good. I think it's good at building the grief and the effect that all of the loss of the Avengers has had on Peter, and the loss of, spoilers, I already said, Tony Stark. and things like that, and like the growth of himself alone away from the Avengers and him having to be solo a lot of the movie. So this movie takes place and it's his school trip, and there's this guy named Mysterio or Beck that basically uses illusions and stuff like that as a power to kind of make himself seem like a superhero and build this false persona to get people to like basically view him as like the new Tony Stark. Nick Fury, like in his little like Avenger group, they team up with Mysterio to fight these things called the Eternals, which the whole thing is just made up by Mysterio. So it's honestly quite a slow burn. It's very slow, and a lot of it, the dialogue with Mysterio, I think it's just his character. I just don't like him as much. His whole like thing with the projections is super cool. I love that, but I think he's just a little too corny, very theatrical, and I wasn't a huge fan of this one compared to Homecoming. So I'd rate it probably as like a 6.5 out of 10, but it was still a good movie. Peter, like, I mean, I still love him. In the beginning, it was singing like the I Will Always Love You song. I was like, yes, and then I realized that it was a memorial for all the dead Avengers. I think it's funny how they refer to like the spider tingle as Peter's tingle the whole movie. Speaking of my Peter tingle, I'm sensing that you should subscribe. And I'm gonna run through this because these are just my notes that I've had through the movie. But I forgot that this movie was the continuation of the snap, the Thanos snap. So they all are like jumped from 5 years, and then like some people didn't blip away. When they say blip, that's like the people that disappeared. Ned always wearing those dumb hats, I swear, like the fedoras. And they also had the Bongo La Cha 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 song. They had some good songs in this movie too. Aunt May is just so sweet. Yes, I know what happens. Don't try to get me. I know what's gonna happen. I'm just waiting, okay? But for now, she's very sweet, and she wrote a little note in Peter's suitcase with his suit. And MJ, like, I actually like her a lot more now, but she's still so Disney edgy. Like, just Peter, some of the things, like, when he's fighting, you can still tell he's kind of a little bit of a noob. Like, nice to see him grow as himself. And there's a part where he just says, I put it in quotes, he just says, I'm really strong and I'm sticky, when he's talking to Mysterio. So, it reminded me of, like, there was a scene where Peter hits his head on a bell, and it just reminded me of, like, my head hit the wall. And I think that the whole, like, multiverse thing mentioned with Mysterio is pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of Avatar: Last Airbender because of, like, the earth, fire, wind, air, water. And then Peter is also talking to Nick Fury. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I can do this. And then Fury's just like, bitch, please. He literally says, bitch, please, you've been to space. Peter gets the Tony Stark glasses, which I thought was cool. Tony Stark swag always comes back to return. There's just a lot of like cool scenes with him like going around the city and things like that. And also the Night Monkey suit is pretty cool. I just put black spider suit swag, which I like. There would be parts where I would be like really intrigued, and then there would be parts where I kind of would like fall back. Like I thought it was really interesting, the idea of giving the glasses, Tony Stark's glasses, and giving the power to someone else. And then as soon as I realized that Mysterio was like trying to take the power, I was like, all right. Jake Gyllenhaal is just too good at pretending to be like sad. And the romance also like between MJ and Peter, like I'm such a sucker for like a little bit of romance in a movie. The whole thing of the projectors, like the idea of that is actually so sick. That's what I wrote here. So interesting, where it's like Peter, for like until when he doesn't have his tingle as much, it's like he literally cannot tell the Decipher which reality he's in or not. And I swear, like Peter cannot catch a break. Like first he literally gets hit by a train, and then he wakes up in Netherlands with a bunch of sports fans in a jail cell, which Tom Holland is able to convey such like just his facial emotions, like the glare in his eyes when he can make himself look so sad, and you genuinely are like, oh my god, you feel bad for him. He's able to really convey like the anger that comes with the grief of Iron Man's passing. And so I thought it was funny that Peter's like, oh, I love Led Zeppelin, and it's just AC/DC. Yeah, that movie was pretty good. I'm actually so exhausted. It's 3:53 in the morning, so I'm definitely gonna go to bed, but I will watch the other one tomorrow because I have to watch all of them if I'm gonna watch the other movie in the theater, because that would be bad if I didn't, right guys? Yes, it'd be bad. Okay, I gotta go to bed. But okay guys, it's a new day. I'm wearing the same thing. My hair might look a little more fluffy. I don't know, I did brush it, so let me know in the comments how fluffy my hair is out of 10. We're watching Spider-Man No Way Home. That's the one I'm going to be watching today. Expectations? I have none, because I actually have no idea what happens. Oh, this is the last movie I have to watch before I go watch the brand new day today. This one might be the traumatic one with all the bad stuff that happens in the Spider-Verse. I'm going in blind. I'm going to start watching it, and I'll get some notes written down on my phone and let you guys know how I'm feeling about this other Spider-Man movie and if I'm feeling in the Spider-Verse. Dude, what the fuck? I knew it happened, but jeez, it's still so sad. Why are they shooting him? Stop. That is so sad. I just thought I had to include this sweet scene. I guess 3 is the magic number. I actually liked that one a lot more than the previous movie, but I think Homecoming still stands as my favorite. I don't know what it is about Homecoming. I just really like that one a lot. I think I would rate this one a solid 7.5 out of 10. I think it was the same thing. I think some of the way that the characters, like specifically the villains, are written, I know it's supposed to be like, it's a superhero movie, like it's going to be non-realistic in some aspects, but I do think the writing for some of the characters, especially the villains, is a little corny. I wrote a lot of notes for this movie though, so I'm gonna go over them. A breakdown of this one is after Mysterio leaks Peter's identity, everybody in the entire world knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, so it kind of leads to a lot of problems. Peter's social life and his like family and friends getting connected, and it's kind of affecting their lives as well. So he talks to Doctor Strange. They figure out this like spell to get certain people to forget that he is Peter Parker, that he is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. And it goes kind of wrong. It like messes with the multiverses and like different aspects of the reality, and it gets every other person that knows the Peter Parker Spider-Mans, and they start coming to Tom Holland Spider-Man's reality. I'm gonna start in the beginning of the movie and my notes to the beginning. First, Mysterio playing the victim card. Pick me, already don't like him. Mysterio freaking doxed him. I wrote that too. The dude that is the news reporter was making me mad the entire movie. He's also in Whiplash, which I noticed, but he was making me so angry. Peter like literally gets like low-key swatted. And Mr. Murdoch, I'm pretty sure he's probably more in the comics. He's Zendaya like laying down, smiling at the phone meme. I didn't know that was from this. Of course, Flash is trying to get all the fame. But just like the whole thing of it being the college time, the senior year, is really relatable. I'm going to college this year myself, so it's silly to see like the application letters and the admission stuff. It's really relatable. Doctor Strange was a little bit goated for helping Peter. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty goated on his part. Although he kind of goes back on his word a little bit and makes Peter fix this problem that he didn't even create. Doc Ock, the first thing I thought, he looks like a member of Oasis. I actually liked him out of all of them. And, you know, Peter has a long way to go as a hero, as I noticed, but he is able to persevere, and I think that's something that makes him such a strong hero compared to other people. So no matter how much he gets beat down, he always comes back up. And also he had a new suit in this movie. It was really cool. With like there's spider legs, and it was like had a little bit of gold in it. It was really cool. But he has gotten stronger understanding situations as a superhero and knowing what to do and how to help people. And, you know, Green Goblin, these nuts is in this movie. Get it, Goblin, these nuts. And MJ stays clocking people. The black and gold suit was cool whenever he meets the electric blue. And I put electric blue dude is crazy. And I was just saying, Peter's collecting these villains like blind boxes, dude. Like, he's just putting them in Strange's basement, locking them away. It was the development between the three in this movie, like between Ned, MJ, Peter, is just like really sweet. And May, Loki was cooking with the idea of like, you should try to help them instead of trying to just send them back to the home where they came from. Maybe give them a second chance. And that's something that Peter takes from May a lot as specific advice. Multiverse things, all of the different people from multiverses coming and affecting his life, and the canon events. Oh my god, so many canon events. I just think it's quite a coincidence that all the villains like teleported as soon as they're about to die. That's got to be some sort of thing in the lore. I don't know. The villains are crazy. The mirror dimension was insane. It looks like a whole like trip. It was crazy. I think it's just silly that Peter always brings it back to math somehow. I learned that Electro got his power from eels, and the dirt guy got like some compounder. I don't really know. All of them had like some story that for them to have their power similar to, you know, Peter got bit by a spider. And like there was a scene where like it dolly zooms in on Peter whenever his spider tingle, and it like locks on his face and the camera goes out. The lizard, like all the villains were low-key annoying, but Goblin, oh my god, was rocking Peter's shit. And May was kind of goated, got the little injector into him to try to get Goblin to turn back to normal. It did not work, and she got slammed, and then Goblin threw a bomb. And I was like, phew, they're both still alive. I wrote that. And then she said, you know, with the great power comes great responsibility. And then I wrote, no. And then just, what happens after that. I'll conclude the clip. Dude, what the fuck? But yeah, Ned gets powers from Doctor Strange and is able to open the portals, which is like, that's pretty cool. All the other Peter Parkers are in here now. Really interesting. I love the untraditionalness of them trying to fix the villains rather than kill them. I think that's something that's, it's not like a crazy, like, outlandish take or like idea, but it's one that I think is well done in these movies. Whenever the two other Spider-Mans was cracking each other's back, and like the triple spider banter was just super goofy in my opinion. So Peter 1, or Tom's spider, is the only verse where the Avengers exist, I guess, for now. Really, the reality is tearing apart, and then Peter is stuck with that double-edged sword type of deal where it's like the spell, it's like he has to have everyone forget him for it to be back to normal. They reached like peak spider synchronization at the end, like the 3 Spider-Mans. And yeah, at the end, Peter is now in the world where they don't know that he is Spider-Man, and that's where it leaves off. But yeah, I'm excited to watch the other one. I'm sure that it obviously probably touches more on that, which is actually going to be really interesting to see. I think this one is going to be one of the best ones yet. Homecoming still stands as my favorite, though, I'm not gonna lie. Hey guys, I actually watched the movie yesterday, but I got home at the big 2 in the morning, so I didn't record my opinion about it. I liked that one, but Homecoming is still my favorite. I'd say it's Homecoming, The Brand New Day, the one with the Green Goblin and May's passing, I can't remember the name, and then the one with Mysterio, don't like that one, that's my least favorite one. I'm not gonna explain that one. I'll like express some takes on it, but I don't want to spoil the entire movie since it just came out. But I would rate it around like a 7 or 6 out of 10. It was okay. I still think Homecoming is just the best one. It's like the first one in the series, and it's just like it goes out with a bang. I think Brand New Day is pretty good. It's just like a lot of things where I think they included so many topics that it was kind of like too much at once. But it's pretty good, and it's right below Homecoming for me, so I still quite liked it. And they got some fun actors in there, the Punisher's in it, and it's nice. And that one like resolves a lot of things in the other movies that you are waiting for to happen. I thank you guys for watching. Let me know what else you guys want to see, and if you maybe like my movie reviews, or if you want to see me do any other type of content. And sorry for looking at myself, it's an iPhone, I'm not used to recording on here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and peace out.